There are few things more Polish than cleaning your windows for the springtime. And talking to my friends, Polish people are not the only ones crazy about this idea of spring cleaning. It's usually like a proper deep clean of the entire house where you put away winter clothes in the attic, you dust every single corner, and at the end of the process, entire house is fresh and clean like a breath of fresh air, and it feels like the world is waking up from this deep winter sleep. Cleaning your surroundings definitely translates into more energy in our actual life, which makes me wonder, can we do the same to our life? Can we deep clean our life? Can we remove the noise and the clutter to make space for things that actually matter? Could we rearrange things to make life more optimal? And finally, how do we hit this reset button to make everything feel brand new? So this is what this video will be about. Let's try and do a proper deep clean of our life and a spring reset. If you ever watched Marie Kondo, or if you have a Polish family, you will know that one does not simply clean an entire house, let alone a life, without a plan. So here's what we'll do. We'll clean, organize, and decorate. Cleaning will be about removing the dirt, getting rid of the things that no longer serve us, physically and metaphorically. It will be about letting go and making space for things that actually matter. Organizing will be the equivalent of rearranging things at home so that it makes sense to you. It will be about finding structure and priorities. And finally, decorating will be this final touch that gives us this sense of novelty and new beginning. And just as a disclaimer, this isn't an exhaustive list or anything. These are just the things that I'm trying out in my life to see if they work, and I hope they can inspire you as well on your own journey. In Polish folk tradition, at the end of winter, people would make this straw doll symbolizing this evil goddess of death and dark times, and they would either burn it or drown it in the river, and that would be a symbol for times of light and new beginnings. A bit of a darker version of Narnia, if you asked me. And I discovered that many other cultures have something similar, a lot of symbolism around rebirth and new beginning for spring. And this is something that I really want to use this year to cleanse myself of negative energy and a lot of bad things that happened in the dark winter months when I'm a lot more prone to depression and anxiety. To make an easier ecological version of a spring cleansing ritual, I decided to do a therapeutic writing exercise called Purge Emotional Writing. It's an exercise that I found about 2 years ago on the Goop Wellness blog from a book called The Clarity Cleanse by Dr. Habib Sadeghi. To do this exercise, you need to find a moment where you can be alone, undisturbed. You set the timer to 10-12 minutes and just write. It can be in the form of a brain dump, whatever is disturbing your peace, no judgment, no thought for grammar, punctuation, or even being fair. It's your side of things. It's very important to do it by hand, so not by typing on your phone or laptop, just old school pen to paper. Don't think, don't analyze, just write, knowing you will burn it anyway. And once you're done, take the pages to a secure, non-flammable area like concrete floor and burn the pages. Fire is transformative and cleansing. Your goal is to neutralize the negative energy, and fire does that by changing the chemical composition of the paper to ash. Another step that I decided to take on this cleansing journey is to do a bit of digital detox. So I will delete all the apps that I haven't used in a while on my phone. I will clean my desktop, go through old files and newsletters that I subscribed to like 10 years ago. I will also look through accounts that I'm following to see if they still all inspire me in some way. And yeah, I will just try to create more space for clarity in my digital and mental life. If I can squeeze in one more suggestion here, recently I heard about this app recommended by Ali Abdal and Jen Im. It's called 1 Sec, and it forces you to take one breath before you open any social app. It gives you an opportunity to quickly reevaluate, why are you opening this app? Do you just want to message your friend? Do you want to check something? Or are you just filling the void? I think given how social media and technology is really linked to how we feel and operate daily, it's very important to take ownership of your relationship with it so that you use it consciously and that you can live and think freely. So just like in a home, once you clean the dirt and dust, you want to rearrange things nicely. And this is what I want to do with my life. And to be honest with you, recently it's been an absolute mess, so I really hope I get this one right. Here I'd like to recommend to you an exercise that I like and do quite regularly. It's called the Wheel of Life. If you Google it, you will find a lot of examples and you can also make your own. It's a circle that's divided into different areas of life, for instance, health, career, physical environment, love, friendship, anything that you want really. These areas of life are a bit like pizza slices, and depending on how happy you are with each area of your life, you fill it up with color. I like this exercise because on one hand it helps me to be grateful and appreciate areas of my life where I'm happy, but then it also helps me do a bit of damage assessment and see what are the areas of my life where I want to be more focused and where I need to fix something. And this helps me particularly in moments where I feel like everything is falling apart and everything is bad and everything is going wrong, which happened to me quite recently. And then doing this exercise makes me realize that it's actually not the case that everything is bad. It's more like two areas of my life that are needing some work and they are spilling over to other areas. So yeah, this is sort of like damage assessment that helps me figure out what needs fixing. Once this is done, I would usually write a plan for those improvement areas of my life. This is really about making myself feel more in control and realizing that it may take time and it may take hard work, but everything is fixable. For most people, once everything is bright and shiny, the final touch is a clean tablecloth or a vase of fresh flowers. I think it helps us appreciate all the hard work that we've done and enjoy this beautiful space that we created. So this makes me wonder, what is my emotional equivalent of putting fresh flowers on the table? And I think to me, most of the time, it's about rewarding all my efforts by adding beauty to my life. And that would often be a yoga session or maybe using essential oils while I read a book and drink my favorite tea. On days where I miss some inspiration, I think about the things I enjoyed doing as a kid. For instance, playing board games or going for a walk or maybe just doing coloring pages. And this usually works. And one final thing that I would add here for myself is practicing altruism. In many ways, very often, to me, anxiety feels very self-centered because I'm always in my head and always with my thoughts and my fears and my worries. So in a way, doing something even small for somebody else feels very liberating and gives me a lot of happiness. But I need to keep reminding myself to get out of my head and do something good and meaningful. Although I think the things that I mentioned in this video can be done anytime in the year, myself, I really like having this special motivation to reset my life, and spring is one of them. As someone who is powered by sunlight, this is definitely a better moment for me than the 1st of January. I hope that some of my ideas can inspire you to do some spring cleaning in your life as well. Thank you so much for watching.